Good morning. It's been a minute since I've taken you guys with me in the car like this, but I had a few things to do for the ministry this morning, and it's been raining the last couple of days, so I got to beat some of the downpour this morning while my husband has the kids, so that was nice. It went very smooth and quick and easy, so a really great way to start the day. I got a few messages from you guys, and I wanted to talk about it. First, I want to tell you how much I love and appreciate all of you. You guys have been incredible. I truly mean it. I say it all the time, but I'm going to continue to say it, that we couldn't do this without you guys. The love, the support, the prayers, the fact that you guys are sharing it. I've seen some of you that follow me on Facebook share the Give, Send, Go. If you missed my last video, we went live on that platform with a fundraiser to fund the ministry for over a year. The reason we want to do that, and I want to put all of my energy and effort into that, for the next month, because I did accept a job to teach. Come August, I will be working full time. And so during the day, I will be preoccupied. And while I'll still have time to respond to emails and make sure those needs are met, and we have a lot of people who give of their time for this ministry and will go run errands if I text them that there's a need. We've got all that covered. But fundraising is not my strongest suit. So I know people will be like, how is it not? You were so successful with the GoFundMe for your dad, but that truly had nothing to do with me, nor will this. This success has nothing to do with me. I'm just a vessel, and I just say yes to the Lord. But truly, when this takes off and we meet this goal, I want it to be made known now that it will have nothing to do with Allie, but everything to do with the Lord, and the glory is all His. And so I'm excited. I think we have a little over $300 that has been donated. The goal is $50,000. I know that's ambitious. It's big. I have seen a ton of people and their organizations have closed. People that we've partnered with, their door have closed because of funding. They haven't had it. And in the world we live in, we shouldn't even be up and running, but we are. And that's because of the goodness of God and because of each and every one of you. And so I appreciate it. I will always thank you for it and for the support and the continued support. I did have a few people message me, and it sparked something that I did want to get on here and talk to you guys about. And it was the fact that you guys, the repetitive trust that has been said to me over and over again, how humbling that is, that you guys have trusted us, because you do have to trust the people who are running a ministry. And just as in the church, you have to trust your pastor and agree with what they stand for and what they preach. And I had just in the same messages that people trust me. They've been hurt by so many organizations or individuals. And that was said to me time and time again. And I did want to bring some awareness to that, because not everybody knows. And this isn't just for just ministry, but it can be both ways. I've seen the side in ministry. I mean, just this month, our ministry was, somebody tried to scam us, and it didn't work. But I'll let you in on that. They had advertised that they were getting rid of an iMac. They reached out to us. They claimed that they got a new iMac Microsoft computer for their children. They wanted to gift us the iMac for our ministry. And I was like, wow, that would be so great. Thank you so much. He told me he was located in Florida. And so he asked if it would be okay to ship it. And I said, absolutely. I'll provide you with the P.O. box. And I did that. And very quickly, I realized my husband was all excited. He's like, that's so great. How generous. And I said, well, let's not be too quick to get excited, because I just had an off feeling. And he said, would you be willing to cover the shipping costs? And I said, absolutely. If you can provide me with the tracking information, the receipt, when it comes, of course, I will go ahead and reimburse you for the shipping. He said, oh, I'm going to go ahead and call FedEx. And I'm like, you don't have to call FedEx. You would just go to your local place. And to make a long story short, he messaged me about 5 minutes later and told me it was going to be like $100 to ship this, and that if I sent him the money, he'd go right then to FedEx. And no, I'm not going to do that. If you can't send a computer, which he didn't have a computer, it was a scam, and people get scammed like that all the time. Ministries get scammed, churches get scammed. People will always take advantage of those with good hearts, people that want to give, people that are like Jesus and that have giving hearts. But the same can be said on your end too, where you can be taken advantage of. So please be mindful where you're seeding in. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's a non-for-profit. I don't care if it's a crisis pregnancy center, a church. Those are usually protected. I haven't seen many people in my inbox or even in personal experiences been scammed by true organizations. There's usually a lot that has to protect you in that. Even with a non-for-profit that we run, before we could even get up and announce anything or even have a place for where you could give your donations, we had to do a lot of legal paperwork and have a board of directors, and there's a lot of behind the scene things that you have to do before you even are considered a ministry. But there are a lot of people who claim that they are missionaries or that they are on the ground doing things, and you're giving to them personally as an individual, and you believe they're doing the things that they say, and then it comes out that they're not who they say they were, and your money just went to somebody who was taking advantage of you. And that's difficult, and that's a hard pill to swallow. But if that's happened to you, do not be discouraged. Be mindful. When somebody claims to be something, there are easy ways to check that, and one of which I always encourage people to pray. Ask the Lord if that's something you should be seeding into. He will direct you. If you have been taken advantage of, I want to make this very clear. God will still bless you. He sees your heart. You're not going to be punished because you were taken advantage of. I have people say all the time, man, I gave this, and they get so discouraged. No, you gave that with the right intent. Now, be mindful, be guarded from here on. If somebody claims that they're a missionary or that they run something and there's no backing or no background in that, then yeah, don't be so quick to write them a check or send them money directly. Yeah, don't do that. If somebody is constantly saying, oh, I'm in a high dangerous situation, that's kind of alarming. It just is. So just be mindful. There's typical red flags with people. Don't ever just trust somebody if they tell you they're going to send something. If there's no proof of that, don't be so quick to trust. I know that we want to see the best in people, but unfortunately there are some people out there that take advantage of that. So just be mindful. That's something I did kind of want to bring a little bit of awareness to. I hope that makes sense. It hurts my heart to see people. I know people personally in my life that have been taken advantage of. Just being honest, I am one of those people who I've been quick to give and quick to trust, and boy, has that slapped me right in the face. But at the end of the day, I knew that my heart was in the right place, and that's what I stood on. I wasn't going to dwell on the negative of it, but I was more mindful after I was taken advantage of. I was more aware, and I asked more questions, and I made sure that people were who they said they were. And there are ways that I have changed, and honestly, I'm quick to vet things out now, but I wasn't always like that, and my heart was always in the right place, but we can be deceived. So again, I know people in my life, not just myself, who are the most generous people who have truly been taken advantage of, but we can bring some awareness to that. So just be mindful. Pray about where you're seeding your money into. Pray about where God would have you seed your money into. It's all His. My money is not my money, it's the Lord's, but I want to make sure it's going to people who are doing work for the Lord, not for themselves and not of themselves, but truly for the work of the Lord. So I will keep you guys updated. The Give, Send, Go has been up for a day. I am so thankful for the messages of encouragement from you, from just the love. You guys are always so loving, and $300, people will be like, oh, that's nothing compared to 50,000 of your goal. That's a lot. That's something. $5, $10 adds up quicker than we think, and I'm appreciative of it. I am so appreciative. For those that think that your $5 is nothing, no, it's not nothing. It can be the difference of a need for a family, and I know that is crazy to say in the economy we live, but $5 has made or break whether we can meet a need or not. So your $5 does not go unseen or unappreciated. We appreciate it all. I pray that blessing right back to you guys. I'm excited. I'm not discouraged. I'm ready to run with this. I'm ready to come on and say, God did it. Look, God did it. I don't know how long that's going to be, but I'm going to be patient in the waiting. And I'm not always the most patient person, but I am when God puts something on my heart, because I know it's all in God's timing. And so please continue to pray alongside of us in that. If you feel led to give, I will link that below. There are other platforms you can give to as well. If you don't like doing it online, we have a P.O. box. I'll link that below as well. If you want to send a card, anything, if you want to share something with us, those things you can absolutely do through our P.O. box. We also have our website, which is always linked below, to where if you want to give monthly, there's tier 1, 2, and 3. There are people who give monthly to this ministry, and that truly keeps us up and going. We have annual fees, and because of that, we have a couple people on tier 3, let me make sure I get this right. I think tier 1 is $25 or $20, tier 2 is $50, and tier 3 is $100. I hope I got that right, but we have a lot of people who do $100 a month, and that keeps us up and going. That keeps us able to buy the storage unit that we have, or I guess cover the rental fee. It keeps the fee for the P.O. box and a few other fees that we have annually. That keeps our ministry up and running. And so for those of you that have partnered with us long before this Give, Send, Go on that, I so appreciate you. I want to make that very clear. Just because we're doing a different avenue of fundraising, so it's on a more public platform where people can see it and see that goal met, I have not forgotten the ones who from the very first day partnered with us monthly and have been with us each month through the good, through the bad, through some discouraging times and the best of times, to times where I had to turn a family away because we didn't have the funding, to times where your donation was able to go and be the difference of how we got to give it to a family and not turn them away. So I know the people, I see the names come through each month, the regular people that have really truly come alongside of us. I appreciate you. So don't think that I appreciate people who give one time more than I appreciate you, or that I appreciate the people that give monthly more than I appreciate those that give a $5 donation one time. No. You guys are all such a value. You are so appreciated. You are a part of the family. If you have given $1 to this ministry, I want to make this very clear. I don't care if it was one time that you gave $1. You have been just as much a part of this ministry as my husband and I have been, as my family has been. You have been just as much a part of the blessings and seeding into families. So please know that when you give a donation, not only are you giving your money, but you are partnering with us. You are saying that you agree with what we're doing, that you want to be the hands and feet with us. You are not just a dollar amount. You are a partner with us. You are included in this ministry. You are seen and you are appreciated and you are loved. We pray for you guys. I hope you feel that. I hope you guys know how much we love you and appreciate you. And I hope you have a very blessed week.